April 1, 2024. A date night that turned deadly. 19-year-old Sade Robinson walked into a seafood restaurant, excited to meet Maxwell Anderson. Hours later, she vanished without a trace. When police found her severed leg washed up near Lake Michigan, they knew this wasn't just a missing persons case. This was something far more sinister. Bloodstains in Anderson's car. Tools for dismemberment. Burned human remains in a dumpster. The evidence painted a horrifying picture of what really happened after that first date. Anderson, a 33-year-old with no criminal record, had seemed perfectly normal. But behind closed doors, he became a monster who butchered an innocent girl and tried to erase his crime. This is the chilling story of Sade Robinson, a vibrant young woman whose life ended in unspeakable violence. And of the predator who thought he could get away with murder. Sade Robinson wasn't just a victim, she was a bright light stolen too soon. At just 19 years old, this Milwaukee college student had her whole life ahead of her. Friends describe her as the kind of person who lit up every room she entered, always quick with a joke, but even quicker to offer support when someone needed it. A hard worker balancing studies with a job, Sade dreamed of a future helping others. Her social media shows a typical teen, silly selfies with friends, concert videos, and proud family moments. But behind the smiles was a determined young woman overcoming challenges, raised by a single mother who was her biggest supporter. On April 1, 2024, Sade's ordinary routine included going to work and making plans with friends. That evening, she got ready for what seemed like a harmless first date, something countless young women do every day. But Sade's story would end differently. The vibrant girl in those happy photos would soon become the center of Wisconsin's most shocking crime in years. A promising life cut short by unimaginable violence, leaving a community asking, how could this happen to someone like Sade? The evening of April 1, 2024 began like any other first date. Sade Robinson arrived at a popular Milwaukee seafood restaurant to meet 33-year-old Maxwell Anderson, a man she knew casually through mutual friends. Surveillance footage shows them chatting normally, no signs of distress. By all accounts, the dinner seemed pleasant. Sade even texted a friend around 9 p.m. saying she was having a good time, but when Anderson suggested continuing the night elsewhere, something went terribly wrong. The last confirmed sighting of Sade alive was leaving the restaurant with Anderson. Her phone last pinged near his residence before going dark. When she failed to show up for her morning shift at work, friends immediately knew something was wrong. Sade was responsible, the type who always checked in. Police would later discover Anderson had carefully planned his movements that night. He took unusual backroads, stopped at isolated locations, and purchased suspicious items, including cleaning supplies and fuel. What should have been an innocent evening of getting to know someone new turned into a calculated nightmare. The charming dinner companion Sade thought she was meeting had secretly been planning something far more sinister all along. 3 days after Sade vanished, a jogger near Lake Michigan spotted something unnatural along the shoreline, a human leg, severed cleanly at the thigh. Police confirmed the unthinkable, it belonged to Sade Robinson. The discovery sent investigators scrambling. Search teams combed the area while forensic experts examined the grisly remains. The cuts appeared precise, surgical, suggesting the killer had anatomical knowledge or experience with tools. Then came the second horror. Surveillance footage showed Maxwell Anderson making multiple trips to a nearby dumpster in the dead of night. Inside, detectives found charred human remains later identified as Sade's. The killer had tried to burn away evidence of his crime. In Anderson's car, forensic teams discovered traces of blood matching Sade's DNA. The trunk contained disturbing evidence, cutting tools, bleach stains, and strands of Sade's hair, most chilling. Anderson had returned to the restaurant where they'd dined, sitting at the same table just days later, calmly eating alone. A brazen act that revealed the cold calculation behind this brutal crime. The sweet, ambitious girl everyone knew had been reduced to scattered remains, a tragedy made worse by the killer's deliberate attempts to erase her completely. On April 5, 2024, police stormed Maxwell Anderson's apartment. Bodycam footage shows the moment officers handcuffed the 33-year-old, his expression eerily calm as they read him his rights. The evidence against Anderson was overwhelming. Sade's blood in his car's trunk, her phone found hidden in his bedroom, security footage of him purchasing bleach, gloves, and a hacksaw. Detectives made a chilling discovery in Anderson's search history: repeated queries for how to dispose of a body and does bleach destroy DNA? In the days before the murder. Most disturbing, Anderson had kept souvenirs. In a locked drawer, police found Sade's jewelry and a selfie from their date, items he'd taken as trophies. While being interrogated, Anderson changed his story 3 times. First claiming he dropped Sade off safely, then saying she disappeared during a walk, before finally refusing to speak. Forensic experts determined Anderson had meticulously cleaned his apartment, but missed crucial traces of Sade's DNA under floorboards and in drain pipes, silent witnesses to his unspeakable crime. The once ordinary metalworker now faced charges of first-degree intentional homicide and mutilating a corpse. For Sade's family, the arrest brought no comfort, only confirmation of their worst fears: behind every monster hides a human face. Maxwell Anderson, 33, appeared to be an unremarkable Milwaukee metalworker, the kind of neighbor you'd pass without noticing. Co-workers described him as quiet but polite, while dating app matches recalled awkward but harmless conversations. Born and raised in Wisconsin, Anderson had no criminal record, not even a traffic ticket. His social media showed a bland existence: fishing trips, generic memes, and occasional bar selfies. But hidden beneath this facade were disturbing patterns: a history of failed relationships with younger women, multiple dating profiles using fake names, dark jokes about violence in deleted forum posts. Former classmates later recalled his fascination with crime documentaries, particularly episodes about dismemberment cases. His work at an industrial fabrication plant gave him access to power tools and knowledge of human anatomy from metalworking manuals. The most chilling revelation: Anderson had been messaging another woman the night after Sade's murder, attempting to arrange another date at the same seafood restaurant. This wasn't a crime of passion, but the calculated act of a predator who'd been hiding in plain sight. The question remains: was Sade his first victim or just the first one caught? Sade's mother collapsed when detectives showed her the jewelry found in Anderson's apartment, the same necklace she'd given her daughter for Christmas. "That's my baby's," she screamed, her cries echoing through the police station. At vigils, friends held photos of smiling Sade, the vibrant young woman they remembered, not the horrific headlines. The community erupted in fury when Anderson's bail was set at $5 million. Protesters flooded courthouse steps, holding signs reading "Justice for Sade" and "Dating shouldn't be deadly." Women shared their own dating horror stories online, the hashtag Sade's Law trending nationwide. Sade's co-workers created a memorial at her job, her untouched locker filled with flowers and handwritten notes. "We keep expecting her to walk in," her manager admitted, voice breaking. Most heartbreaking, Sade's younger sister told reporters through tears, "I just want to hug her one more time." The family's grief was compounded by gruesome trial details, each revelation like salt in an open wound. This wasn't just a murder case, it became a rallying cry against dating violence, exposing how ordinary encounters can turn lethal. Sade's story forced America to confront an uncomfortable truth: monsters don't lurk in shadows, they sit across dinner tables. As of 2024, Maxwell Anderson remains in custody awaiting trial, with prosecutors seeking life without parole. Forensic teams continue analyzing digital evidence from his devices, uncovering disturbing search history and deleted messages. Sade's family has launched the Sade Alert initiative, pushing for legislation to faster-track missing persons cases involving dating violence. Meanwhile, Anderson's defense team claims circumstantial evidence. Despite overwhelming forensic proof, the restaurant where they met has become an unofficial memorial, with visitors leaving flowers at their fateful table. True crime forums debate whether Anderson acted alone, some suggesting he may have studied other unsolved disappearances. One question haunts everyone: how many warning signs were missed? With the trial pending, Sade's family prepares for the hardest chapter, facing her killer in court. If this case shocked you, smash the like button now. Let's honor Sade's memory by hitting 50,000 likes. Don't just watch, subscribe for exclusive trial updates and in-depth case analysis. Comment below, justice for Sade, if you believe Anderson deserves life without parole. Would you trust a dating app after this case? Debate below, we read every comment. Turn on notifications, bell icon. Our next video reveals Anderson's disturbing online history that the media ignored. Share this with 3 friends, every share helps spread awareness about dating safety. Let's make Sade's story count. Want more chilling cases? Subscribe, we upload powerful true crime documentaries regularly. Together, let's keep true crime about justice, not just views.